have finished the box for my wife.
Finally,
I have finished the box.
just off
for my
camera,
wife.
I trimmed up the edges of the felt, painted the box white on all sides, on the top as well. On both. And also added in pieces at the back, if you could see that. And that just stops them from dipping in too much. And I waxed the inside because I realised that because I waxed the outside, and you guys know if you coat only one side of a project, the other side tends to cup, which then leads to things like gaps. And to give you guys a heads up if you didn't know that. Okay. Here is the piece of spalted beech. There's that I found. That's a nice piece there. Now I have got a thought of doing a lathe project pretty soon, and so I just have to get an idea of where to put my iPad for viewing the lathe as I'm turning. I'll be a bowl, or I might try and do another pillar table, which I might be able to add the picture in the video. It's a pillar table, just a coffee table, just to sit next to the sofa. And my wife was really pleased with it and all that sort of stuff. So what I could do is reproduce that, maybe a slightly different style or something, because I didn't have any template when I was doing the pillar, and it was a bit of a problem with the legs, so I'll have to make up some better jig or something. I have to make up some kind of jig to exactly get the legs correct when I'm chiseling out on the bottom. You'll see what I did. This is a branch from a silver birch, which you see, I can only just see a little bit of the rings. It's not very good for rings. It's very it's a very pale wood. There's not much grain on it. I can't really see much grain on it, but it's quite hard to carve actually, because I obviously had to carve into nooks and crannies and sand down bits and pieces. But it's a natural piece, so I think it would look really nice as a pillar table. I just filled in the cracks with filler, as you can see. Glued the ends so that it wouldn't lose much more moisture, and I actually started to chisel away for the leg on this piece, but then I decided later on that I was wanting to do a different style of pillar table, so I ended up not finishing this off. So you get good ones, you get bad ones, but I think I might try and do something with this again because it looks nice. Here is the coffee table that I mentioned to you. It's got nice carvings on the edges, on the corners, in the middle, and I don't know what this kind of wood is. it's like it's curly, or it's like box elder, or I really don't know. From what I've seen on other people's channels, that kind of looks like a bit of ripple, a bit of box. I really don't know. If you guys can, I know it's not the best lighting conditions, but you guys have an idea of what that could be, then please tell me. That is the grain on it. If you guys can please tell me where that is, that'd be very much appreciated, because it is beautiful wood, and that's...
I found that in the scrapyard, the recycling centre, for bonfire night, and I couldn't let that go. It's got beautiful legs on it, I'll show you. 4 identical legs, just like that. Cabrio legs, I believe they are, with a nice little foot on the bottom. They were stained very dark mahogany varnish. It was horrible, but this has got a beautiful colour to it when it's wet. I'll show you that. I think these are mahogany, but you guys can tell me.
The grain is very tight. It's a sort of reddish colour, like a reddish brown, and it's fantastic. Look at that. If that isn't mahogany, I don't know what is. But yeah, that's a beautiful colour, and I'm going to keep it that way. I've got some varnish to take off still on the table and work away at it more, but I'll show you the process of that. I really do need to try and get my cabinet scraper super sharp, because I don't have a burnisher here and I can't find anything that's hardened steel. I'm not a metal worker, so I wouldn't really know what's what. So if you guys can give me a hint or heads up about what I could use for cheapness. An ordinary cabinet scraper. Probably 120mm length, and then about 60mm in width. Just ordinary, I think it's tool steel or something. Spring steel, sorry, spring steel. Flexible and all that sort of stuff. I got that for a good price. I think it was actually £6. I remember, but it was really nice. So that will be a project coming up very soon, is to get all these prepared, get the table prepared, and I'll put it all back together. Do you guys want to see my spoons? This was my first attempt at a spoon, and don't ask me what's going on back here. That's an odd, very odd spoon. Out of I think it was out of CLS spruce or whatever it was, and yeah, didn't work out that well. So this was my second one out of Meranti mahogany. So there's that one. That didn't work out so well either. That was, whatever you want to call it, medicine spoon or tasting spoon. That didn't work either. This is one of my cherry teaspoons, and that one didn't work out really that well either, because it was still wet when I was carving it, and it split because I didn't get all the pith out. As you can see, I thought it'd be a nice feature, but it just ended up splitting. So we'll I've got more in the house, which I'll show you at some point, because they actually turned out pretty well. So yeah, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.